Want a deck that awakens at 8 life? Want a deck that can destroy all your opponent's cards without destroying yours? Want to do these things while destroying your opponent's hand? Then have I got a deck for you. Ferocious Strike Super Saiyan Son Goku is a leader which says on the front side, Auto Burst 3, when this card attacks, draw 1 card. Auto, when one of your battle cards is KO'd, you may flip this card over, and if you do, draw 1 card, then switch up to one of your energy to active mode. It also has Awaken, when your life is at 4 or less, you may draw 2 cards and flip this card over. We are going to use this ability in order to awaken to 8 life by KOing our own cards. On the flip side, it says Auto Burst 3, when this card attacks, draw 1 card. Active main battle once per turn. Place 2 cards from your life in your drop area. Choose all of your battle cards and your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and place them in their owner's drop area. We are going to use certain cards to protect our cards so that when we activate this ability, we don't have to discard our cards while discarding our opponents. First, we are going to talk about the 2 Unison cards we will be playing in the deck. The most important one is Super Saiyan Bardock Paternal Unison. It's a 2 cost and it has several abilities that will be important to our deck. First off, it has Auto, when your opponent combos, you may place up to 1 card from the combo area in the owner's drop area. If you do so, negate this skill for the turn. So basically on either player's turn, it allows us to negate one of our opponent's combos, which is going to be very useful. It is also going to be used in order to awaken our leader. Since its plus ability, +1, is active main, you may choose one of your green battle cards, energy cost of 1, and KO it. If you do, your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and discards it. The discard is nice, but the ability to KO our own battle cards and awaken immediately is going to be very important in this deck. It also has a -3 ability that gives it plus 5k power and triple attack. While we aren't going to be using this very often, it can be useful in order to get rid of an opponent's Unison or in order to finish our opponent off. We're also playing 2 of Golden Frieza Unison of Malice. This card is there so that we can still have access to a Unison card if we don't draw Bardock, and it's very good in its own right. Its +1 has draw a card, choose 1 card in your hand, place it on the top of your deck. This card gains critical for the turn. We will not be using this ability very often. It also has active main for -2. Till the end of your opponent's next turn, your opponent can't attack with battle cards unless they choose one of their battle cards, energy cost of 2 or more, place it in its owner's drop area. This is going to stop our opponent from swarming us and is very good late game in combination with our ability to remove our opponent's board. Since if we remove our opponent's board, they won't have a bunch of extra battle cards they can use to fuel this effect, therefore they will not be able to attack. Next, we are going to talk about our early game plays. Bulma Life on Namek and Krillin Potential Unlocked can both search our top cards in order to get our Unison cards, which will then start off our engine. They can also search for Saiyan cards, which helps us, and Krillin can become a blocker, which if we already have our Unison cards, is useful. We are also playing 4 of Son Gohan Potential Unlocked, which is a free blocker we can play if we have our Unison card already. I'm also going to talk about Unstoppable Ambition Super Saiyan Khalifa here. Because it has the ability, your battle cards cannot be placed in the drop area by your own skills. It can protect all of our battle cards, including itself, from our leader's ability. Another reason we play 4 of Bulma Life on Namek is it is a card that can search 3 cost or less Saiyan cards, which includes the Super Saiyan Khalifa. Now that we have established our early game, we are going to go about actually winning the game. Our main combo is Intensive Training Son Goku and Super Saiyan Son Goku Pride of the Saiyans. Intensive Training Son Goku says Deflect and Barrier, has active main/battle if your leader card is a green Son Goku card and you send a total of 5 green Son Gohan Youth, Vegeta, Bulma, Krillin, and or Piccolo cards from your drop area to your warp, choose 1 mono green Son Goku card with energy cost of 5 in your deck or hand, play it on top of this card, then shuffle your deck. So we are going to use this card on turn 4 in order to evolve into Super Saiyan Goku Pride of the Saiyans. This card has Double Strike, the permanent ability. This card cannot be removed from battle areas by skills, so it's protected from our leader's effect. Auto, if there is a Son Goku card with energy cost of 4 under this card, and this card is in rest mode, when your opponent plays a battle card at energy cost 5 or less, they choose 2 cards in their hand and discard them. Auto, when this card is played, choose all of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and KO them. Couple important things to note. If you want to be a little riskier, you can keep intensive training Son Goku on the field, wait for your opponent to attack, then evolve in main battle to destroy all their cards. Otherwise, you can do it on your turn in order to get your Goku in rest mode, and your opponent will have an empty board, and in order to play anything, they have to start discarding cards. Another important note is since our leader has Burst 3, it should be relatively easy to get the 5 required cards in our drop area for this combo. Our other win condition card is Super 17 Power Distilled. This card has dual attack. If there are 10 or more non-black cards in your drop area, reduce this card in your hand by 2, so it's only a 4 cost. Auto, choose one card in your drop area, send it to your warp. When this card attacks, choose one green extra card in your drop area, add it to your hand. Then your opponent chooses one card in their hand and sends it to the warp. This is just another way to disrupt our opponent's hand, and will often come down the turn after our Goku play if we don't have access to another Goku. In order to further pressure our opponent, we are going to be playing 3 Surprise Attack Freezes. This can come down for free off our Super Saiyan Goku Pride of the Saiyans ability, and several other abilities in our deck. We are going to be playing 3 of Ribrianne, Punishing Passion. This card we can remove in our drop in order to make our opponent discard cards, and we can get it there relatively easy with our leader's burst ability. We are also going to be playing 3 Dodoria the Cold-Blooded. This card is very important in order to fight other Unison decks. It allows us to have a 1-cost double striker, which we can use to clear our opponent's Unison cards early. Since our leader can destroy our opponent's board in the battle step, we are going to focus our defensive options on single target removals, so that we don't have to use this effect constantly. The first of which is Frieza Charismatic Villain, which is a free counterplay so long as we have a Unison card with 2 or more markers. When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, energy cost of 7 or less, and KO it. We also cannot play any other counterplay skills for the duration of the turn. We are going to play 2 of Katsuna Beastly Maiden, which is a counterattack which costs 2 on our opponent's turn, negates the attack, and when it's played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. We're going to play 3 Shocking Death Balls for our negates, which is a counterattack that can remove small cards. For our super combo, we're playing Vegeta the Lone Prince, not only because it is a Vegeta for our Goku's effect, but if our life is at 4 or less, it also causes our opponent to discard 1 card, as well as drawing a card for ourselves. Ferocious Strike Super Saiyan Son Goku is a deck with straightforward and powerful plays. It is a good deck for new players or players just trying out the new Unison mechanic. Please comment below on any improvements, as I've not gotten to test this deck as much as I would like. Please like, subscribe, and as always, go out there, play some Super, and have some fun.